I'm going to put Detroit in there. They've got 2 new coordinators. They lost 2 offensive linemen, the strength of their team. They get Aiden Hutchinson back. I think their division is better. This team last year, you're talking 14, 15 wins. I think it's major pullback. They are so good upstairs. They've built a really cool culture. I've always liked Jared Goff more than the rest of the media gallery. But I don't think this team wins their division. And I think losing elite coordinators, go ask Philadelphia, can get ugly fast. I have them at 10.
Yeah. I was thinking about this. The Lions are in such a great position right now because I think week 1 really has an opportunity for them to set the tone for the season. I mean, we can just ignore Nick right here. This is the only time that they actually show all 10 of the teams together, but you can see the Rams, the Packers, Commanders, Seahawks, Chiefs, Broncos, Ravens, Bills, Eagles all ahead of them. And I do think a team like the Lions, because I think Dan Campbell feeds into this and that's part of their culture. Just this, it's an uphill battle. Nothing is earned. You're not owed anything. No one deserves anything. Like, you got to go out and get it. You got to grab it. You got to attack it. And I just think back to week 1 in 23 when the Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs. There was like this sense of, it was like a gasp. It was like a, oh my goodness, what just happened? And it's not even just that they won. It was how they won. Right? It's not just the outcome. It was how they won. And they immediately were like, we are for real. We are legit. And they played like that throughout the entire season, right up into the final moments of their season. And that signal to themselves, that signal to other teams, other coaching staffs, signal to the fans, the media, like, it matters. It matters because, again, I think the Lions become kind of that feedback loop for themselves. And, I think the NFL got a little too cute trying to have this rematch between the Rams and the Lions in 24. And, like, it was such like a big emotional moment before in the playoffs that the year before. And, like, Jared Goff's like, it was a whole thing, and that's great. And then it was a little like too soon. They're like, let's try to have that moment again now. And it's just like, no, it's just didn't really hit, honestly. And now they're playing the Packers week 1. And I think that's such a great spot for them because the Packers are a little bit on their back foot because of Jordan Love needing to get surgery and whatnot. He hasn't been able to practice how he wants to. How Matt LaFleur even was like, Matt LaFleur hates 7-on-7s, and he's just like, he had to change the way that he was preparing Jordan Love. That's a huge advantage for Detroit. Anytime you have to compromise your preparation and your quarterback, like, that's a huge advantage for any team, let alone a team that should be as great as the Detroit Lions. And so it's week 1. The Lions here now get to establish, if they win, even if it's an ugly win, it's still 1-0 in the division, and you knock the Packers. But the Packers have all the momentum right now. Everyone is all about the Green Bay Packers, right? Micah Parsons, like, they, at the end of the day, now you could say that the Packers won the offseason. Like, it was at the very end, but it's like they won the offseason. Everyone's like, Packers. They skyrocketed now to, like, what, top 3 or top 2 Super Bowl odds. I think it's top 2 in the NFC under the Eagles, I think is what it is right now, to win the NFC. And it's just like everyone's opening up all the sports shows are opening up with the Packers. And the Lions, week 1, get to set this tone. They could say, you're so afraid that we lost our coordinators. You're so confident that the Green Bay Packers have surpassed us, that the Chicago Bears have surpassed us, that the Vikings, everyone has passed us. We went from a top team in the NFL to, hanging on for dear life in the top 10. And they get to just have such a huge momentum and confidence builder from week one. And you need that. I think sometimes people try to downplay the importance of some of these moments for the players, right? I see so many times in the comment section, people are always like, "Oh, they don't care about this, or they're not listening to that," and it's like they don't listen to the media. This, and it's like they do. They hear it all, and even someone who who I absolutely love, like an Amon-Ra St. Brown, like he needs a confidence boost. It's a new season. He needs to feel good about this team. He's going to go through his own ups and downs for being really confident at times, having a little bit of doubt at times, a little bit of confusion and not, a little unsure. Jared Goff, like whatever it may be. Gibbs, like they need these moments too. Absolutely. If you really listen to players talk in the moments when they're the most vulnerable, especially like right after a game when they're like emotions are running high and they're not like able to filter themselves as they can once they all kind of settle down, like you can hear them. You can hear them oftentimes telling you the truth. And so make no mistake about it. Like a win against the Green Bay Packers in week one really sets the tone. It really sets the tone in a way where it's like, if they played pretty much any other team here, except for maybe the Eagles, since they're the reigning Super Bowl champions, but like not the Chiefs, not the Commanders, right? Like even like a rematch with the Commanders, like, kinda, but like, I don't know. But this is the Packers right now. This is the division, obviously. This is week one. The Packers have a tremendous amount of momentum. People are saying, oh, the Packers, they had a weird year last year. And now they got Micah. Like, let's go. And not to mention, the Packers are not most likely going to be at their best because Micah is not going to be 100%. He did just get there. I don't even know what his situation on week one is as of the day of me recording this. And like I said, Jordan Love week one is probably not going to be the best version of himself. And so there you go. You got Detroit right now. It's like, get after it. Get after it. And that's the opportunity that the Lions have here. And I think it's a huge opportunity. Now, on the flip side, if they lose, if they come up short, you're like, oh man. And then that really feeds into the whole narrative of, yikes. We are taking a step back. And you're going to have to fight up against that if you do kind of lose week one. Jordan Love just looks comfortable. Micah looks like, yep, that's exactly who they thought they were going to get, right? Like that narrative is on the table as well. And so I think it does matter. I really do. A week one win against the Packers holds to me right now so much more weight than them winning if they played like week 3, week 4, week 2. It's like week 1, you have the opportunity to be like, let's hit the ground running. Let's hit the ground running. We need it as a team. We need it as a core. We need the momentum. We want the momentum. We need to make sure that we still instill fear into the eyes of our opponents. That when they come and play us, they better bring it all. Otherwise, best of luck to you. Can't wait to see how this all shapes up. So, I think it's a great week 1 matchup, and I'm really, really excited for it. I mean, the Lions have an opportunity to go 2-0 in the division. Like that. A split? You start to have the feeling of like, are we not dominant anymore? Are we not as dominant as we once were? It just changes. They were dominant last year. They were winning game after game after game after game. So, there's a lot at stake here. And I love when there's actual stakes involved. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Detroit Lions going into the matchup again in week 1 against the Green Bay Packers, and Colin having them ranked at top 10, mainly because the coaching situation with the coordinators? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.